What's good, y'all? So if you clicked on this video, that means your spouse is about to go to basic training. And here are the things that I had no idea about until my spouse got there. But don't worry, I got you. Stay tuned. But before we get started, make sure y'all like this video and please comment. Please, 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 y'all. I need the engagement to go up, please. All right, so what I didn't know before my husband left for basic training. I have my notes right here. Basic training is actually 10 weeks and not 9. They tell you, oh, you'll only be gone for 9 weeks, yada, yada. That's not true whatsoever. The whole basic training part, which is completely separate from AIT or tech school, depending on what branch. But for my husband, he is Army. When he first gets to basic training, the first week is considered 0 week. 0 week is reception. And here's the kicker, y'all. So they said reception is supposed to last 7 to 10 days. Depending on how many people have come into the group, that, you know, the newcomers, or it just really depends. Sometimes it can last up to a couple of months. No joke. No joke. And that time does not go into the actual, like, them doing stuff time. It doesn't correlate whatsoever. Just so you're aware, I don't want you to think, oh, that's abnormal. We're talking about the military, baby. They do what they want. So buckle up, buckle up. 0 week is reception. Reception is pretty much admin week. And they typically don't have their phone throughout this admin portion. So I know their admin week is kind of not like, it's not like a typical job's admin week. So during this time, they are getting their gear. They are getting whatever shots they need, which I don't think they can refuse shots. I don't know. Also, if they have dependents, they are able to enroll their dependents in DEER. So that's everything they're doing in that reception admin 0 week. All pretty much the same thing. Now, for me, I had no idea that these were going to be the steps, if I'm being honest with y'all. I had no clue. It threw me completely off because I was under the impression as soon as he gets to the military installation where he was doing training was pretty much basic. No, they do not consider this portion basic. This is reception. This is where they do the admin work. That's it. Next thing I didn't know was, like I said, basic does not start that first week. That is 0 week. Basic does not start until they get picked up. So they get picked up by a company. So depending on where your spouse, husband, wife gets stationed, not stationed, where they do their basic, getting picked up by a company looks different. But for my husband specifically, that looked like you get a scripted call. Everybody has the same scripted call. And what really threw me off with this scripted call was it came from his cell phone. I was anticipating it coming from, you know, I guess a payphone. I don't know. I guess that's what I saw on the internet. So that's what I was thinking. It was going to come from a payphone. No. It came from his phone. Now, every base might be different. But for my husband, it came from his cell phone. It came at the oddest time, which is pretty normal. It comes at an odd time when he got picked up. And what a lot of people were saying in the Facebook group I joined at that time was, hey, make sure you record the call, or, you know, don't answer the call, let it go to voicemail so it can record and you can keep playing it back. Because in this scripted call, they tell you, okay, I've been picked up, I'm okay. I got picked up by, I don't know, Charlie Company or Alpha Company. The call threw me off, but thank the Lord, I felt like God was like, okay, grab this notepad and this piece of paper and put it on your pillow. And so I did that because when he called, y'all, had just updated my phone. I just updated my phone And so I did not know where the record button is. If y'all have an iPhone, they had the record button up in the little corner. So every time you put the phone to your ear, it would start recording a call. Very aggy. The update though, you have to literally go look for it to record a call, which is better, but it wasn't very helpful at that moment. So I was over there trying to look for the record button, and I was like, wait, I have this notepad and this pen under my pillow. So that worked out great for me. But yeah, I definitely did not think, okay, yeah, he's gonna call from this area. No, that didn't happen. That did not happen. The thing I did not know before my husband left for basic was they have phases, different phases. I believe it's, I should have wrote down the phases, but I believe it's white, red, and green. Yes, what order they're in, I don't remember. But those phases kind of help you like figure out like where they are. Now I do remember green is the last one because graduation or the tap out is considered the green, like turning green. Or is it turning blue? No, I believe it's turning green. I'm trying to remember, y'all. I should have wrote it down. But yes, there are phases, and that kind of tells you where they're at in the whole basic process. And because, yes, basic's 10 weeks, right? But reception is considered 0 week. The 9 weeks are broken up in between those 3 different color phases. So red would be 3 weeks, white would be 3 weeks, you know, and it equals 9. Even though the person's been there 10 weeks, or depending on what the situation was in reception, if there was a lot of people that came in and needed shots, and or you know, your soldier didn't have X, Y, and Z, and so they ended up in reception a lot longer. Yeah. But those are the top 5 things I did not know about before my husband went to basic. Please, please, please leave some comments down below, some questions I could potentially answer now that I'm on the other side of things. And like, comment, and subscribe.